We got it all. We got a lot. We got to fight to keep what we really want. Don't you forget, no, no, what your father told you, that there's a lot of life that is far beyond you. We're saving a piece at a time, one step in the right direction, protecting that far and wide, a piece of our wild side.
Okay, it's middle of May. Look how scruffy I am looking. Anyway, kind of want to share with you this. Actually, the first warm day, air is warm, everything's warm, and the garden is just buzzing with critters. But let me show you the pond area here in the middle of spring. A lot of things going on. This is the first thing we did to the garden. This area was, they had an above ground pool, so it was a flat area, but they buried the pool in the sand. So when I took it all out, we had the benefit of some sandy soil, and then it was old railroad ties for the levels. Those had all rotted away, so brought in some rock. So if you can imagine, there was nothing here. I mean nothing. It was an old pool, no plants, no nothing. They hadn't been in the yard in 10 years since their kids had moved away. It was all ivy. So what you're gonna see is from scratch, but it is 25 years old and still we're doing stuff with it. Are you after the frogs? This is her favorite thing to do. She hits the frogs with her nose. They're pretty tame, so they usually inflate with air and don't move. And if they don't move, oh, what happened? If they don't move, she hits them with her foot. Where are you going? No more frogs? See? She missed these two guys. So after we put the pond in, we rescued some frogs from a construction site where the ponds were being eliminated. And since then, for 25 years, we've had green frogs that we can feed from our hands worms. These are two of them. I'm gonna get right down. Not afraid of me at all. And they won't move for the dog unless she hits them with her nose. So let's take a look at the pond area. Again, this used to be a pool right here. Right? And then a septic tank cover is up in there. And it was all ivy. So we took all that out. And one of my first rescues was this spice bush. And you can see how big it is. It's the main part of the pond. We have a couple planters here that we plant with tropical salvias. This is a cutting of Salvia miniata. It has bright red flowers for the hummingbirds. Other than that, this is mostly rescued plants from construction sites, except for maybe that azalea there. So let's take a quick look at the area. This here is a drainage from the roof. The water goes down here underground. And then I let it come all the way down and it waters these plants all the way down the hill. Mostly rescued ferns. Actually, some of this stuff was purchased. I think I bought this Tiarella, the foam flower. This is Joe Pye wheat coming up here. Blueberries. The daylilies, they showed up all on their own. Woodland sunflowers, goat's beard, and then all this rock. Golden Alexanders. This is acts as a filter. Water comes down here into a lower pond and seeps through roots of Impatient capensis. It also allows the dragonflies to lay eggs on the base when it gets bigger. Wild ginger, Geranium maculatum. When Jersey was younger, this was her pool. She's a little too big now. Now the frogs have taken it over. There's another one. That's the one she just went after. And that is the nice cover here for frogs, salamanders. We do have some salamanders in here. Show you here, and then we planted the steps going down. You can see the lady slipper orchids, the perennial forget-me-nots, Ligularia is the big leafed items. You have Primula japonica along the edge here with the frogs. Over here, Eastern columbine. Hummingbirds love it. And then here is going to be some Joe Pye wheat. It's going to be about 8 feet tall. And then this is the native viburnum. And then these steps go down in the lower woodlands. That used to be nothing until about 5 or 6 years ago. Actually about 5 years ago. We took it back from the deer and fenced it all in. And now there's a big garden down there too. So I hope you enjoyed that. Putting in a pond is probably one of the best things you do if you're gardening for wildlife. You get lots and lots of creatures when you add a water feature. This is especially important. It makes a lot of noise. We get a lot of birds bathing there. And you can see we added moss and eventually it looks like it's been there forever. We even had some woodcocks around here. They come and they bathe in the pool up there. We had a painted turtle show up on its own a few years ago, stayed 2 years, and then he was gone. But we always have about 20 or so frogs. There's pollywogs, there's water beetles. We get a ton of dragonflies. There is no mosquito larvae in this. They eat everything. The nymphs of the damselflies and dragonflies. And this is going to get a lot bigger. There's going to be a lot more flowers. And pretty soon the spice bush swallowtails will show up. We'll have spice bush caterpillars here. So, hope you, oh, there's another frog. We have cricket frogs and spring peepers. Again, if you have the space, add a water feature. Could be just a small tub with a fountain. And then surround it with native plants or wildlife-friendly plants. A lot of pollinators. We get hummingbirds. Everything visits the pond area. Nothing is here now. They're all around me yelling at me because I'm standing here. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. We would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more videos coming this year. We're going to try to catalog every single different plant we have in the garden, especially the natives. And soon the butterflies will arrive, so that gives us lots of videos. Okay, until next time.